Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Patna, ASA, Hazen, in the Comox language, welcome you. If you do that, you have to dance. In that culture, we have a dance. You ooh, 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 ooh. Come on. Ooh, 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 ooh. So welcome in the Comox language, friends. Welcome relatives and welcome community leaders or chiefs. I would like to welcome you here to a very special occasion this morning. So on behalf of the Comox Valley Art Gallery, the partnership with the city and the Komox First Nations and our community, we really want to invite you in and celebrate a great thing that has been done. And so as we do this, we're going to map out a beautiful morning ceremony. We will be doing a ceremony to unravel or unveil the poles, the way that our ancestors do that, done in a special way. We will be able to acknowledge the traditional garden that's been laid. We will be naming the site. We'll be acknowledging people as well. So we got some good work ahead of us this morning. And but before we start, I want to call upon our chief, Calvin Hunt, to do a prayer song that will bless us and bless the event and bless the grounds and the things that we need to. Okay, I'd like to give you that. So I'd like to again welcome you here. Chief Ellen Mitchell and I are standing together in this, as well as our people, and we just want to acknowledge the ancestors of the land. We want to acknowledge the ancestors of the Huntridge, the Aitken and Comox people, and to acknowledge and say that our ancestors lived in a way that celebrated a close relationship with the land, with words and gestures and actions that kept them together and respecting that in some ways. beautiful welcome. And for those of you who are here that know only speak up, that's not what we're saying. We raise our hands and in our welcoming way to welcome you. This is a beautiful way. Our women dance and do our welcoming because they've left the ground in a really important way. Keep up this way. We're going to unveil it. Brace yourself. If you're wondering what that was all about, it was our several of us here are what they call hamatsa dancers. We belong to a society that we perform a dance in a particular way. And so when we get excited by beautiful things, we use our chant. But there's nothing to get pale-faced about. We won't we come in peace. Any eating that will be done will be after.
Kela kesla kikikume. Kela kesla hama seleukalatle. Kela kesla ninok sola. Kela kesla ninokad. Kela kesla klasu tiwalis. Blue, Randy. Kela kesla Comox Valley Art Gallery. Ola kala mutlen nokai fuska. Yaklins gilga putla gluens plida glola nakwa. Itiup dat nala, lachens awika kwisa. Lapens watapens. Ola kala ike nokai kapeni. Ola kala ikip katnala. Ola kala muklen plus wolfkoya. Kela kaslaki kayu.
I think it's really important to translate what he said. Awesome. I want to express how proud I am of our young chief and learning his language and being able to hold it in a good way. Basically describing how important it is, the wonderful day, and I love that he called it Sikh. Dodam, which is Anishinaabe, is the word for lineage or family emblem, and keep is ours. And thank you for following us.
My name's Randy Frank, I'm from the Komox. I just want to say thank you for all of you that coming out, for being here. Cal, for doing the team stream, for working on the art gallery, my family, of course. I just really appreciate being here, being a part of this. It's a really special feeling. And thank you all for being here.
Right on.
Good morning. I want to thank the art gallery for including me on this project. Over the years, I worked with these young men. They worked with me on the band office, the poles that are standing in front of the band office. It was the first time that we worked together, and then later on we worked on a couple of very large poles. And then I was invited to come back to mentor these two young men again to work on these poles. I really admire what it takes. A lot of this is something that you have to work on and have a passion for it. Not everybody can be a totem pole carver. I started carving with Tony Hunt when I was 15 years old, and I've traveled the world with him, and working on these two poles and talking with Randy and Carver. I mentioned, maybe Tony Hunt would do this, or maybe Art Thompson, who I had privilege to work with many, many years ago, would do something like this. So even today, at my tender age of 62, we're still learning. It's just a learning process. Every time you work on a totem pole, you come up with something new or a new idea. It's just evolving, it's always growing. You can carve the totem pole 100 times and you can get it every time. It's just an amazing art form. So thank you to the Web Meeting for being our speaker here today. He's got a quick wit and watch out for him. So thank you to Rob, our speaker today, Comox, our family being close with that families that have come together from Figo and married down this way. And that's how we're related to those treasures that we gifted to each other through families and names and other properties. So Galakasla, Klako Troop. I like that quick part. So one of the beautiful things that when the gallery invited us into have a conversation about having symbols that would represent partnership, community building, reconciliation. We jump to it because it's really important that we do things that really allow us to drop into being in good relationship with one another. And so the beautiful images here really speak to that. And I really admire Randy and Carver, who came up with design, shared the design, and they were in discussion with elders, and the elders and their chiefs guided them all the way along, and it was really important. So I just acknowledge their humility and their interest to make sure that this was done in a good way, done in the way that the work came from their heart, and it came from the wisdom that they are developing from being in relationship with the elders around them. It's beautiful. I just love this. It's good. Our future's in good shape.
So, before we start sharing a little bit more of our culture, I'd like to just share a little bit and say that I really hold my hands up high to these two young carvers, my son Carver and my cousin Randy, because what they have taken upon themselves is the weight of a nation. They've taken it upon themselves to ensure that the Comox legacy lasts forever. They've taken upon themselves the honor of our ancestors and making sure that there are symbols placed upon our traditional territory that will stand for decades, if not longer. I'd like to hold my hands up high to our cousin Cal, our chief, our mentor, for always being there for not only Comox, but for our family. And that's what's so important. As we walk in the footsteps of our ancestors, making sure that we support our family, support one another in our cultural endeavors, and holding each other up and making sure that we take our place in this world. I'd also like to acknowledge the Comox Valley Art Gallery for their continued support, their vision, their collaboration and partnership with First Nations organizations like Kourtenay British Cultural Society, with carvers such as Carver Randy and our master carver Cal, as well as everything they've done in hopes of reaching reconciliation in the not too distant future. Before I finish, I'd like to also acknowledge some of our newly elected officials, those newly elected mayors, the council members, the members of the regional district, and I'd also like to pay special attention to those mayors that have been re-elected. Congratulations, Leslie, on your re-election. And I'd like to also say that it's so important that our leadership in the Comox Valley continues this path of reconciliation. As most of you know, last year, the city of Courtenay held the Red Dress campaign, which is put up every fall to honor murdered and missing women, as well as this year, our mayor has shared that exhibit in the village of Cumberland. And it's so important to remember our place, our Indigenous place, the Indigenous people's place in this country. Before I go, I'd like to acknowledge yet again our MC, Wenlady, our chief, who, again, like our cousin Cal, is always there for us. And I'd like to say, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I love you, brother. You always do good things for our family, and you always have good intentions in your heart. And finally, I'd like to thank the Creator for not giving us rain today, to allow so many people to come out and experience this wonderful event and share with us a little bit of our culture. I hope you enjoy these polls for many, many years. Kaya la casa.
Two words together. And we're going to call this place out here Makusku Michland. And one is Punlech and one is Comox. Makusku Meatland. Makusku Meatland. Awesome. Yeah, it is. It's a peaceful gathering place is what it means. So a peaceful gathering place. What a beautiful man. And we've been putting up a plaque.